Kempton Park Hospital opened its doors in 1978 and was abandoned in 1996. Even after a few years of closure, jars of kidneys on the floor, blood stains, the purple graffiti on the walls, blood-spattered sheets on the beds, open files and x-rays strewn across the tables could be seen here and there in the building. Besides these, there is always an unpleasant smell everywhere in the air inside the building that will always give you a spooky vibe. The hospital was once quoted as being one of the best medical facilities in the country. Nowadays, though, it has become more than just a vacant and dilapidated building. Intrepid, ghost hunters and rebellious teenagers often visit the premises during the darkest hours of the night in search of the paranormal. Over 10 million rand worth of equipment were left behind. When the hospital closed down, all the equipment was still in perfect working condition, Dr. Henny Roloffs quotes. A doctor who once worked at the Kyalami Hospital for 16 years. Teenagers that visited the hospital around 2013 said that an operation could easily be performed if you had a body. Estimated value of left behind equipment. Abandoned beds estimated at 1.6 million. 9 fitted theaters, each cost around 15,000 new. Lights, X-ray and CAT scan machines were left behind. These machines were estimated between 2 and 5 million rand. 400 incubators left behind. What happened to everything left behind? No more patients. In December of 1996, the government denied new patients due to staff shortages, and they denied the fact that they would close down in just a few weeks thereafter. Another reason is that the Mayor and Health MEC of 1996 closed down the hospital due to limited utilization. Will we ever find the truth? Kempton Park Hospital is also haunted by its own ghosts. A twist in the tale of the Kempton Park, Kyalami Hospital. The previously untold story of the unqualified doctor. One would assume that the medical practitioners examining you are qualified and properly trained individuals. Unfortunately, Kempton Park Hospital is hiding a horrific secret. During the years of December 1982 and February 1990, Dr. Andre Johannes Esterhuizen, at the time 40 years old in 1991, admitted in a written statement that he did not possess the required knowledge, experience, training and skills which was expected of a qualified doctor. For 8 years, this man purposefully betrayed the trust of numerous families by claiming he is a registered and qualified medical practitioner, possessing only a Standard 8 high school certificate. During this period, he came into contact with over 4,500 patients, most of whom were babies. He continued his work as doctor under the false pretenses of a qualified pediatrician. Had it not been for a very brave woman in the year 1991 that came forward to question the abilities of Dr. Esterhuizen, he would have been able to continue his work as pediatrician. After numerous other doctors examined countless medical reports and diagnosis, they became suspect of foul play. Andre Esterhuizen was sued. Andre Esterhuizen was arrested on the 15th of March 1991 in his hometown of Morningside, Durban, KwaZulu-Natal. He immediately applied for bail but was denied. On June the 5th, his second application was also denied. Initially, Mr. Esterhuizen pleaded not guilty on all charges. Among those were culpable homicide, medical negligence, assault with the intention of grievous bodily harm, sodomy, forgery and fraud. Mr. Kobus Riedelinghuis, a clinical psychologist, reported that Dr. Andre Esterhuizen had an IQ of 123 and can be considered mentally gifted. He also stated that he suffered from low self-esteem and had a personality similar to that of an introvert. Although he failed standard 9, grade 11 in high school due to loss of interest, he went on to memorize a vast number of medical books which he ultimately utilized during the diagnosis and treatment of patients. A man pretending to be a doctor, specializing as a pediatrician, with nothing more than a Standard 8 certificate. With his grey suit, shiny shoes, blue pinstripe shirt and red tie underneath his white jersey, Mr. Andre Esterhuizen appeared tired and pale in court. Judge van der Walt asked Esterhuizen whether or not he think he has a chance of being found not guilty due to pleading innocent on all charges, whereby Esterhuizen paused for a while and said with a smile, "That is a very difficult question to answer, Your Honor. If I am sent to prison, I will proceed to travel the narrowest of roads. If I have some time left to spare, I will study medicine." Andre Johannes Esterhuizen. Mr. Andre Esterhuizen was found guilty on 2 charges of fraud, 3 of assault, more than 10 of culpable homicide, and was sentenced to 18 years effective imprisonment for a total of a 25-year sentence.